Hello? Alright. Okay, so let's talk about the new heavens, new earth right quick. Okay, like in the last one, New Information 1, the sword of Jehovah will allow you to come into spiritual enlightenment, okay? You will come enlightened like every other species or angel or entity outside of our understanding. So like the angels, the angels have a certain level of understanding. The angels have a certain level of understanding of things. Okay. Now remember, okay, if you think about it, these are people, the people that have no problem with understanding. Okay, understanding this. First of all, you have to remember that all this structure has been set up from before we were in existence. Okay, so think of it like this. Okay, we're humans and we have a beginning. Okay, now when did the structure of the whole archetype of heaven and everything begin? Okay, that had to begin before we were in existence. Okay, now secondly, when did man start walking on the earth, or when was man around on the earth, or when did all this start to take place? Again, this all started before uh, we had understanding of any kind of hierarchy or any kind of religion. Okay, all this started before. Okay, now each culture of people have had access to this form of enlightenment. You can tell because they built pyramids, they built Stonehenge, they built all these things because these are the things that they were seeing. They had these capabilities because they were giving the capabilities to acquire and do things. Okay, so they had these type of abilities. Okay, and people that know of this information are always running around flossing diamonds with the eye in it. That's because that's a representation of third eye communication of the divine. Okay, so the triangle represents the first, well, the creator plus the first manifestation male and the second manifestation female. It's the first shape, the diamond. Okay, and when you have your eye looking through it, that is divine communication through the third eye. Okay, but you cannot do that with your third eye, so they choose one eye or the other. Okay, so that is what that's representing. So all this information I'm giving you, they may have access to and have not told you about because they feel it is sacred or any of that kind of information. But that is not the case. This is for everybody. Okay, so the sword of Jehovah allows you to come into a certain form of enlightenment and exceed what you have in the past. Okay, so everybody's going to come into this form of enlightenment. There is no special people. There is no special this or that and the other or location. The whole globe is, you can say, sacred and holy, not one location. The whole globe of people are sacred and holy, not one group of people. When the Creator made a promise to Moses that he would lead the people more numerous than a star can count, well, anyone can count. Well, there's about 400,000 Jews that left Egypt and went into the Promised Land. That can be counted. What's going to happen is this: the reincarnation of Moses, okay, will lead the people into the new world, or a new system or new whatever it is you like to think of. But this is after the resurrection. This is after everybody's coming to enlightenment. Okay, so it's still going to happen. It's still going to happen. And what's happening is, once everyone has been enlightened and everybody is down the path. I know this seems impossible now, but as people see these changes taking effect, and people see that they will have the same capabilities as the Christ did, and because they can connect with the Creator, this will be everyday common thing. It's going to start off kind of hard, but it's going to work out. Okay, uh, everybody's going to choose to do this. Technology, advancement, all these things are going to continue because this is who we are as a people. This is who we are as a culture. We will always continue to do these things. Now, what will happen is once people get to that stage of enlightenment, this is a global thing, okay? The global enlightenment, we as a people are going to start to heal the planet. And in healing the planet, if there's one thing called the duplication of access pathway, and what that allows you to do is to take one thing and make it two. Okay, that doesn't just incorporate things. I mean, that's everything. You will be able to actually make the planet bigger, smaller. Everything will go to size because size won't be a part or a blockage anymore because everyone will understand this proportional. Okay, so not only that, but that's the reason why it's going to be a new Earth. Okay, because we're going to change it over and make it better for us. Also, the reason why it's going to be a new heavens is if you look up on the tree of life on stuff that I had not put on here yet, you'll see that they're always talking about this swirl, this divine swirl, the primal swirl. Okay, now that cannot encompass the Creator either. Okay, there is nothing that can encompass the Creator. So the question is, what is the primal swirl? Well, the primal swirl is something that was told or explained to them beforehand. Okay, and well, not really explained, but how can you explain to a child about a hole in the sky or this big swirling thing? Okay, well, what is going to happen is once everybody reaches that stage of enlightenment, there is going to be a song sung, and this is a song that no one's heard before. Okay, and what happens is as we're all singing this song, because we're all enlightened, we're all in agreement as a human civilization, there's going to be a wormhole open up in the sky, and it's going to take us from here to the next spot. Okay, so wherever Earth is now is going to be in a physically different location. So it will be a new heavens, a new atmosphere, or new skies you will look at. It will seem like a new heavens because it will be a government that we are part of that we have not been a part of before. It won't be like the way you see things today. There will be no man that's president of this, or there will be no guy that's king of that, because everybody will fall under a theocracy, a theocratic government. So that is also, as well as with the seven blasts. Okay, wow, that was very interesting. It was explained in the other video, but that is showing that the Creator has approved Michael to be king of this of this so far, what it is. Okay, so here it is. Everything is new. Okay, everything takes time. Everything is new. Everything's coming into, and as well as you don't expect something to happen overnight with what you're doing. Don't expect everything to happen overnight with what the Creator is doing or what everything is going on. Remember, everything takes time. Just as you will be moving on eventually in time, everything is in a progressive state. So you start off one way, and then you end in an enlightened way. And in the new theocracy or the new spiritual government, you will have more advancement capabilities. So whereas someone starts off insect and ends up a human, just like a human can end up a creator. Not the creator, but a creator. Just like you can invent stuff and make something, you will be able to actually do the same thing here. For example, listen to how it is set up for Michael the Archangel. The Creator made Michael, and then Michael made everything. Okay? Or the firstborn son made everything. The Creator allowed Michael to do these things, or the firstborn son to do these things. Okay, so it's not saying that that individual is God. It's just saying that that was the state, or the allowance, or the level of understanding, or the level that he had achieved, or that entity we view as he able to achieve an acceptance with the Creator. Now, just as the Creator has created and wants all us to be happy, also wants us to grow and to be successful entities ourselves, so we can become creators likewise, but not the Creator. So far, there's about 150 or so to 200 entities that has made it to the level of Creator. So there are more like that. It's just You have to work up to that. And if you choose not to, you can still live in the universes that others have created. And if you choose to work to a level of creator, then you have to remember it's still about free will choice. These entities do not have to live in your universes that you create. They can go there, see it sucks and it's really bad, and never want to come back. And then what happens with your stuff? It's just not good. So you remember you have to be balanced and fair and impartial. So if in your universe entities decide that they want to live this type of life path, then you have to allow them to live that type of life path. Because if you restrict that, then who would want to live in your restricted environment? For example, look at these staunch right-wing religious people that say you have to live this rigid certain way, okay? Just live this rigid way and you'll be right with God. They are a dying species. They're not having people come in. They're having people exodus, leave that. And just as an example of that is how the way it is when you are so one way, it's the same way it's going to be if you are a zealot when you start making your religious, when you start to make your universes. Okay, so you need to be balanced. You need to understand you have to allow these entities to live their way, the way they want to, because if not, they're just going to go someplace else. And they'll continue to do this and that and the other. So I think that's about it right now. I'm getting ready to have to clean up my room and go catch this plane to go back to work. Okay, so everything is good. Everything is good on my end. I'm just here to let you know that in general, the way is open for you to have a personal relationship with the Creator. If you doubt what I'm saying, pray to your Creator, pray to your God, pray to whoever it is you pray to, and ask them if there's a way now. Ask them if ask the Creator what I'm saying is true or false. If I'm lost or I'm wrong or anything, the Creator will explain that to you. The Creator will clear up everything for you. You don't need another person anymore to be your go-between. You don't need a minister. You don't need a preacher. You don't need an elder. You don't need any of these things. You cannot be disfellowshipped. You cannot be dissociated. You cannot be kicked out of any spiritual relationship. You do not have to go to a location. You do not have to have a special this or special that. You are special the way you are with the Creator. The Creator loves you. She loves you, loves you, loves you, loves you. You are a piece of her. You are her children. You are everything you are to her. She is so loving. Loving, 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 loving. So yes, Zakira is my most everything. Everything. Okay? So I know this seems kind of strange, but the love that you will receive or the acceptance you will receive from the Creator, she is awesome. She is loving. You will be loved like no other. This is a very special relationship. Okay, so continue to I keep looking at seeing this thing load up here. Okay, so continue to strive for your relationship with the Creator. If I'm wrong, ask the Creator, pray to the Creator, meditate for the answer, and get the right answer. Prove me wrong. Okay, be happy, choose inner peace, choose love, seek within for your answers from the Creator and not externally. All your answers will be all your questions will be answered. The time is coming for an end of the way things are running or going as of right now and into a path of spiritual enlightenment for humanity on an individual basis, not a group basis. It takes time, and you will need to work on this as an individual. Each one will progress at a different rate of speed because each one is different. So do not be upset because somebody else has more enlightenment than you. You will get to that point if you so choose. If not, you will not choose to be that enlightened. You will be happy the way you are. You are special the way you are. The Creator loves you the way you are. Either whether you're homosexual, whether you are straight, whether you are blue, whether you are gray, whether you are 6'9", whether you are 2'2", whether you are black, whether you are orange. I mean, whatever way you choose to separate yourself off from everybody else, the Creator loves you anyway. Okay? So everybody is loved. It's a blanket across the board to everybody has its path now. Everybody's accepted. Everybody has a shot. Everybody, it's everybody. Everything is open. All right, so that's this one.